Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Well, believe it or not, I've just had to close my blind because the sun's belting in through the craft room window and it's put lines across the workspace here. So I've had to stand stamps up against them to stop them, just moving about. They move with the heat of the radiator. So, sorted now, we're all done. We're on a roll now. Right, I thought today we could make a card. Now, I'd make a card, well, obviously. I thought this was kind of a posh idea, I sort of think. Maybe a Hallmarks or a Marks and Spencer's card. And the idea I wanted to do, it turned out I couldn't do it. I wanted to emboss a piece of red card. I didn't have a Christmas embossing folder, so I did my own sort of way of embossing sort of thing. I am going to cut this out. Is that the right one? Let me look. I'm using Master Layout 1. That's the innie, yes. So that will be getting cut down. I'm just making sure it's big enough. Right, so let's just crack straight on. So to give me that sort of embossed look, which is what I wanted, I'm not a big fan of embossing folders because they just sit there. I don't really use them. So this was a different way of showing it. So I'm using Simon Says stamp Holly Sprig. This is a belting die. Comes out at Christmas. Every year I try and do something different with it. I always succeed. I always come up with something different. So we're going to be using that, but you can use any leaf. You don't have to go with holly. You just use a normal leaf die. But I've also got these Spellbinders ones. I'm not here promoting anybody or anything. I'm just using what I like, what I wanted to use. The same thing can be done with these, because we are going to put, you can't see this one because it's got the berries and everything on it, but it is going to go over the card in a different colour. But these ones, you can actually see this because you can see the pattern. This would be nice. Once you see what we're doing with it, this one would be nice. Done like this. And also with do you know what? I don't know which to do because I can show you this one. I'll do the one I'm doing, but I will show you this done as well. I think I'll do this one because I can use my wax seal at the bottom and even put some gold thread round. I think that'd look stunning actually. I never thought about it before. You see, you come on and then you've got your berry die there. These are a few years old now, but I think you may still be able to get these actually. But there's lots. You don't have to be Spellbinders. There's loads of different makes out there. I must have bought it straight direct from there, and I will probably have paid a lot because of the postage. Because I don't know anyone in the UK that sells Simon Says stamp. Anyway, so I've pre-cut so that we didn't have to see me going to dye machine. So 3 times I have cut this straight out. That's all I've done. There we go. I've just cut it out 3 times. And the only bit we want is the main body. I don't want the berries, but they won't go in the bin because those main berries, those red berries, can be used for all sorts, even for shakers. But it's just not what we want them for today. So we want 3 of these. It cuts perfectly and all. It cuts beautiful actually. 2. And then obviously you've got your little leaves that you sit your berries on top. Little sprigs are there. Is that what they're called? I don't know. It's called Holly Sprigs. So, is that the holly? Obviously, that's the holly. Are they the sprigs? Or is that just literally the name of the holly? There's one for you. See, I can hear you already shouting it out. I just can't make out what you're saying. Shout a bit louder. Don't get told off though. Right. Now, what we're going to do here, let me just move these out of work because I don't need them on there. Put them over here with my other cutouts. So we are going to glue these down. Now, don't go crazy with your glue. Even use double-sided tape would be a good call, because my glue is going to come out onto the backing card. But because of what we're doing, it's not really going to affect it. But depending on what you're going to be doing, it could well affect it. So just watch what we're doing and then decide whether you want to use double-sided tape, sheets, or, my goodness, I can't get hold of it. So I'm just putting them anywhere, which will be there. Just go with the process, it works. Now, you've seen me do this with white, white on white, because I think that's a good look now. Or have I done white on white, but I've coloured it, which is actually what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to colour it. I don't think I have just done the white on white. Maybe that's one for us. Very plain and simple. Done a few simple cards lately, clean and simple. Scary cards, I call them. I remember putting something in the clean and simple group, and they told me off, said it's not clean and simple. Well, it was to me. Anyway, there. I've done all right, actually. There's not a lot of, well, in fact, I can't see any glue shoving out. And the last one. So this is going to give me my embossed look that I wanted, but I didn't have an embossing folder. Not one that I wanted. Not a suitable one, should I say. Now, actually, I could have used one of my pin plates, but that wouldn't have given me the embossed look. Now, it came out as a bit of a mistake, actually, did how this works, because I did this. This is exactly what I wanted to do. I'll do it. And then I thought, oh, I haven't cut my panel down, so I'm going to lose the embossed look. But I put it through and I cut it out, and it does push the holly into the paper a bit, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I'm just going to give that a second. And also put it through the dye machine, and it was never going to come undone, because it obviously makes the glue stick better. I didn't have to do this. I could do that bit through the dye machine, but I love seeing that when you've cut them down like that. It's the little things, isn't it? So we've got what we want there. I'm going to put it through the machine, and obviously, like I say, like it's lifting a little bit there. There'll be no lifting. So let's just put that through the machine. I'm using my Platinum 6. So this is my, I've just used this, now it's put the glue out, look. Spellbinder 6, Platinum 6. I never think to say, but if you, after a new machine's coming, it's Christmas, isn't it? If you use my code, Yorkshire in capital letters, I don't get any discount. It's not a promotion out. But at Oakwood Direct, you get the 15% off even on your machines, like your Better Press, your Platinum 6 machine, your little Scout machine. You get 15% off. It's a good do. Well, I think it is anyway. I'm just going to get rid of them red scrappy bits. Now, if you look, it has spread my glue a bit. Now, this is where I say it's not going to, if you do use paper, double-sided paper, sticky paper, it wouldn't affect it. Now, what we're going to do, you're going to see this glue, because it's going to act as a resist. But for what we're actually doing, it isn't going to matter. So you can see how much it's pushed it into the paper. It's not far off flat, but it gives that like an embossed look. So colour wise, we're going to do the panel first because I want to do another panel while this dries a bit. So we've got Alter New I'm using, burnt red. I like these reds better than my distress reds, so that's why I've gone to these. I've also picked the greens as well, actually. Burnt red, ruby red, and grapevine. So I'm just gonna, you can still see that, can't you? Yeah. I've just ordered a new mat because somebody were asking for one. It was done, actually. And I don't know for the life in me where I got it from. I'm sure this is Tim Holtz, but it's small. So I think I've ordered one that's going to cover the whole thing. So it should come today. And if it comes today, I will have a play and mess about, and then I'll let you know whether it's a good one or not. Right, this was Rose Red, Inklicious brushes, but I'm going, not Rose Red, oh, Rosebud, but I'm going reds with them, but I need to get that off because that's my darkest colour first. Should be enough. Right, and all I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my light one. I've said many times, I absolutely love blending onto coloured cardstock. It gives it such a luxury feel to it. You know, look. Me personally, I think this looks like velvet when it's done. You definitely need the blends though. You can't. Although that, I mean, that looks okay. Look, you see where it's going to resist? It doesn't matter because of what we're doing, but just bear that in mind. If you're just literally having it as it is, I would use double-sided sheets, sticky sheets, you know what I mean? My hands are absolutely black. I came up to do something else. I knew I wanted to do this anyway, it was in my head. So while I was looking through stuff, I got the bits out for this. And then I saw something else, I thought, yeah, I want to do that and all. So I got that out. So I've got 4 things lined up. And what I actually came up to do was to cut the card ready for tomorrow's live. What date is today? Let's have a look. We are 8th of November, Saturday. It's 10 to 3. We go and park at between 12:30, 1 o'clock with babies. We didn't get on there till nearly 2 o'clock. I meant to go at middle as well, but I forgot. But I will do that in a minute. So I've come right round edge. Look at all that resist there. So I'm just going to wipe that off again a little bit because I do want to change the colour in the middle as well. Let me go back to the burnt red. There. I don't want the original colour, even though it's red. I want it to be quite... that's better. And then the last colour, which is grapevine. This is the one that gives it that really luxurious feel. That was a big word for me. Hey, my muscles are hurting. I've done a lot of this morning. Look at the difference. I wish you could see what I could see. And actually, you might not even get the true colour anyway because I've had to shut the blinds. It's taken all the daylight out. So we're just working on my rubbish lamp that's up here. Something I need to invest in. I am still saving for my camera, but it's going to be like, well, it's going to be more than 1,000. I don't think it's going to be into 2,000. You know what I mean? It's definitely an investment. So I'm saving for it as and when I'm ready. There's nothing wrong with the way I do them at the moment. I just want to be able to... Now, I don't want to be in the screen, but you know when they put a little picture in a circle? I might start off by just doing bits of that to get myself ready for when I do come out from behind the camera this next year. Right. I'm good with that. I'm very happy with that. Now I'm just thinking I'm going to be doing some splatter. I think I'll do my white onto here because I'll be using it again and I don't want to really have it on the mat while I'm still doing stuff. So let's put a little bit on here. Where are you? There you are. Now then, it's a clean brush because I'm just going to clean my brushes. Put a bit on because I'm going to be using a bit. Just give this a quick... Oh, that could use that and get it on a tag. No matter where you put red, it stains it, doesn't it? No matter what you do. It's okay. So I'm putting my splat box up. Now I'm going to show you what I mean about these. Bit of water. You can see that, yeah, you can see that fine. So I'm going to splat in white. Now this is up to you how much you want to put on. Isn't that gorgeous just as it is? But these are doggy toothbrushes. I have about 20 of them. The bamboo, proper doggy brushes. That's had white paint on it. And I'm going to pick up the white paint with the brush. And I'm going to control it just by scraping down. And I'm going to scrape it onto them bits. And it gives it more of a snowy look. That was the only way I could think to cover the bits. Because they were that obvious. So you've got your big ones and then you've got your little ones. And when I show you in a minute, I'll just get that off my finger. It actually gives... That's when you can now see, and it looks like it's been embossed, does the background. It's absolutely stunning, the look. But we'll move on. We'll come back to that because we will be splattering the next bit as well. So this next bit is straightforward. I'm just going to move that so we can come back to that. So I've got a piece of watercolour card. Now I'm not sure if this is Pink Frog or Tim Holtz. Need that brush again. And I've got out aloe vera. It's just the way we say hello. Firefly. Now I did decide I wanted to keep it quite light. Don't know how light. Forest Glades. Green grass. I know it's a lot of greens, but evergreen, but we're layering it. And when we've coloured this, we're going to cut the holly out of it. So I nearly sprayed glue then, only it wouldn't have sprayed, would it? So I'm wetting my card, and I'm going to pick up each colour, and then I'm going to dry it off after each colour. It was just easy to have them all down ready. Quick dry. Cold press card dries a lot quicker than hot press. Look at the red mark there with my thumb from what I've just been doing. Oops. Better dry my thumb. Let me just dry my thumb, otherwise we're going to end up with red on everything. And this bit is actually supposed to be green. Right, try again. Wet again, that's already wet. Come in with another green. I mean, you don't have to do this, just get yourself a piece of green card if that's the way you want to do it. I actually cut a piece of gold glitter, because you can do it that way, so I'll show you that as well. I didn't know where I was going with the whole thing, but I knew what kind of look I wanted, which was an embossed look. I mean, if you've got an embossing folder that you want to use for this, just colour it as I've coloured it, and you've got job done already. And you won't have the resist either from the glue. So it'll be perfect for that. I just don't have a Christmas embossing folder. Well, not that I'm aware of. I didn't look, to be fair, because I don't think I have one. So another green. I'll do. But yeah, I didn't want a perfect, you know, perfect leaves and what have you. I wanted it to really stand out from the background. I've just stamped some images. Andy's, he took Friday, so last night off work, because he had 2 holidays to use before end of the year. So he took Friday off last night. And he's taken Monday off, so he's got like a long weekend. Which gives me more time up here. But he wants to spend time together. So I said I'll go up and film. And I've also stamped some images to take downstairs to colour. Not images, but some things I'm working on and hoping it'll work. And if it works, because I'll colour them in today, if it works, I'll film again tomorrow after the live. Make the most of him being off. Now then, I don't know if I want this dark green. Let me just... Definitely don't want the dark green. That's fine, because I only need it for me here anyway. Yeah, definitely don't want the dark green. But it's out on my table, so I must have got it out to use it and then didn't bother. Yeah, that would have been too dark for what we want. So I've got what I need. I mean, to be fair, that is the perfect one, evergreen, for the holly. Just not on this project. Perfect. I love my old new inks, so I've missed playing with them, to be fair. Now I want a little splat of water. I only filled that up yesterday and it's nearly gone already. Little splat of water. I'll do. Kitchen towel. Better not use the red, the pink. that'll do. Now, just bring that red back in a minute. Let's get rid of that. Now I'm going to cut this before I white splatter. So I want the main leaf, but I also want this one another 2 times, so it'll just go on an edge. So let's get where it looks 2 different colours. Let's go there. So I'll put that through my die machine. So I don't want the green berries. I won't even use them. Look how amazing that looks. Oh, I love that. That's way nicer than my original. But I also want this. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them when I'm done. Let's just put the rubbish there. 1, 2, 3. So I want this one. I'm going to put it there. Making the most of all my bit of card. Now this is when the whole thing drops to bits because you're cutting so many times. That's the one. Well, pulled that a little bit, didn't I? Oops. So I'm only taking it from, let me get my little scissors. For now I only want it from there. I'll probably make it even smaller. So that's that one. And same again at this side. And then I will actually bin that piece of card. That's because, like I say, I've just gone back in a few times using little bits. Right. And that's the one we want. Again, I only want that because there isn't enough room to take the whole thing. So all this is no good to me now. I won't use it. I won't even get any bits out of it for anything. Yeah, I don't know if my back will pick up on here. Let's have a look. Well, would you look at that? Perfect. They're great little things then, aren't they? That's the Crafter's Companion one. I'll see if I can find a link for it. Now, this is our panel that we're going to play with. This, normally I would cut that out, and I'm not a glitter fan, but it just absolutely suits this. And this glitter, I have loads of this in all different colours. This is the Spellbinders Champagne 320 GSM. Love it, absolutely love it, I do. But like I say, it don't get used because I'm not a fan. Right, I've got my card base, which is a Nina Classic Crest. And we're going to do it a bit at a time. Hang on, Heidi. Let's get this splattered. I'm just going to do this. It might be too fiddly to do these. So I'll just do this. And all I'm doing is what's left on here. This is why I didn't want to get rid of it. So it's already got the water splats. Oh, my nose is itching. What does that mean? Is that an argument when your nose itches? I don't know. So we've got snow on the actual card, and then we've got it on there. And that suits me fine. I'm going to dry it off actually, so let's pin it down. It might be that you just want a plain piece of green, not splattered, not inked, not, you know, no snow, just so it stands out from that background. That should be okay now. Perfect. So, back to there's your card base. I'm going to glue the panel onto the glitter. I'm using Gina K glue in my Sweet Petunia glue press. I wish you could, oh look, that light's come through again. I'm so sorry about that. I don't even know which one it is that's causing the, 1 second. Is it that one? No. It's that one there. Well, I've got a bit of it. I've left a bit as well. Sorry. Oh, that's so annoying, isn't it? So that glitter, yeah, look at it. Look at the... I wish you could see it properly. That's going to drive me insane. Because I've made the window blinds open now. Well, partly. So I'm going to put that down. I chose a white base for the simple reason I'm putting a white sentiment on, well, white card, with gold embossing on it. Is that working? That's done it, hasn't it? Oh, brilliant. Thank goodness for that. So this is what we've got so far. I mean, you could literally just put a gold sentiment there. But what I did do, so we've got this, which is going to go on here. So we can see how it's going to stand out. But I did cut it in the matching gold. And I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. If you could see the sparkle. And our sentiment, I've actually cut the sentiment. So the white picks up the white. I just think that on its own, without the sprigs or anything, I think it's stunning. But we're not going that way. Isn't it though? Look at that. Oh. It's crazy why I don't like glitter, because I clearly liked it. Maybe I like glitter card. I don't like glitter itself. Let's go with that. So I'm gluing down just the same as I did with the ones that are there to make it look embossed. Now I need to get it in a place where I've got room to put the other spriggy bits on. Oh, look at that. Right, so just for 1 second to get the Wait, hold on. So I want the big one. Again, these might be easy if you want to use the double-sided adhesive sheets. Yeah, I got it right. Let's hope for me yet. And this one is going to go somewhere here. And I'm going to put that back on. In fact, I was using... Oh, the little one's got white on it, hasn't it? And then for the next one, it's this one. I hope it, let me know if you think it has that luxury feel to it. I mean, it does for me, but it might not for everybody else. Some people might call luxury where you've got all the fun folds and stuff. It just gives me that velvety feel, if you know what I mean. Look. And yet it's so simple. And you will have loads of dyes that you can do this with. You don't need this dye if you haven't got it. Like I say, I'll look for it, but it's not a must. That other one will work perfectly, especially if you put a wax seal on the bottom of it, which is really what them ones were actually designed for. I think it'll look amazing. And this is so quick and easy to make. Can you imagine this done, the panel done in blue or teal? And then I'd use silver where I'm going to use gold, like here. I'd use the silver one. The Spellbinders do, I've got the silver as well, hang on. This is the silver one. None of the glitters ever come off. It's perfectly good glitter card. Let's have a look. Yeah, that one will go there. Somewhere there. I'm not being particular, they're going where they're going. And then one to come off the end here. I wasn't going to do these bits on it. I was literally just going to do the holly. But I wanted the berries to match the glitter that we've put on. Anywhere there will do. Now, I've already cut, you can see from back, I've used the dye and I've cut the berries and I've cut it out of the gold. So if I, oh, I can't see, there somewhere, if I can knock a few out. Now, I did have to use the bubble wrap technique to do the cutting because they weren't going to come out otherwise. And that's something I showed you the other day. I can't see where the circles are, I'm guessing here. No. Right, I think I've got enough there. I think I've got plenty. I've got them all out anyway. Oh, green. I'm going to find these forever, aren't I? Green. Right, so let's take our glue gun and I'm putting a little dot, only a little dot because it will seep out, and now we don't want it touching the red. I've got my pickup tool And I'm going to sit. So if I did it in a blue or a teal background, I would do silver. And I think these would look fantastic with silver on. There you go, I've just touched the glue. I'll stick that down because I've just took the glue off it. And I just think the look this gives, again, takes it next level. Like I say, that's just my opinion. Not everybody's got the same opinion. Oops, stick. Take away tonight. It would take away by the time I get down the way I'm going. I say I'm supposed to be cutting the card panels for live. And that's it. I've had a lot going on privately. So, yeah, well, you'll all find out soon, but most of you already know what I'm going through anyway, but to do with that, I've had things going on and it's sort of thrown me mentally. Is what it is. Get through it one way or another. But this really helped me today. It really does take your mind off things. So if you now just look at them berries, come on. And I could make it even better by putting glossy accents on top. But I don't think it needs it personally. Right. For the sentiment, I wanted a bit of height. I'll show you where the sentiments come from in a second. It's an old set. I think what we're doing today actually is just using a stash in it. Like I say, it doesn't have to be... You might want to do autumn colours. You might want an orange card. And that would look amazing too. You know, once you've started adding colour to it. There's a lot of options open to this way of doing things. And I'm really pleased that I did it. So I'm just taking the Merry Christmas. I've got 2 pieces of scrap underneath. My scrap is actually Nina as well because it was just some little bits I had left. And now I'm going to stick that down. And I want it Let's go. I'm going to cover a berry, but I'm going to go down here. So if I put that there, I'll just hold that there while I show you what the sentiment is. So I've used Wonderful Christmas by Spellbinders. This is from the October Club of October 22. And I've used this one. And it comes with the die. I don't think I've ever used them. I must have stamped that at some point because it's not level with the thing, but I don't remember doing it anyway. So that is your card if you want to leave it there, but I just want to do one more bit. And because this is plain, well, down here I'm putting one little dot. And I'm taking a berry off the tree. And up here I want to put 2, but I don't know where I want them. Do I want it on the embossed bit? See, even I'm calling it embossed now. That needs holding down a bit longer, but I'll do that when I've got it all the wrong way around. Before I go downstairs, I'll just sit it back on it. There you go. There's my, what do you call it? Not a trademark, what is it? My, come on guys. There's my, don't know what it's called. Who's going to be first to tell me? Come on, not a trademark. That's my, don't know. Right, so that is your card finished. And all we did was make it look a little bit embossed. That's my signature. Sort of. Yeah, something like that, innit? I heard one of you. Yeah, definitely needs holding down. But there you go. I love that we could cover up the mistakes, which was where the glue became the resist. But look how gorgeous it looks. And this was my original one. It went off the top. It was just, this was just messing. For some reason, that ended up pink there. But I had a lot of glue there and under here as it happened. For some reason that's, oh, I like the darker green, that's it. Yeah, a lot better. But there you go. I hope you like it. I'm really pleased with it. And I hope you'll have a go. I'll find a link for that. I think it was Spellbinders UK when they had the sale on, but it's not dear anyway, ain't glitter card. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to leave that there while I go downstairs. And I will catch you on the next one. Have a lovely day, guys. Love you. Bye.